And we start with overnight news. A woman is dead, a man in critical condition after a motorcycle crash on Paseo del Norte into Albuquerque for much of the night and still right now, according to nmroads.com, eastbound Paseo is closed from Coors to 2nd Street. That's all while Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies are investigating. This crash happened before midnight. Deputies say a large group of motorcyclists were riding east and speeding when one of them crashed into the back of a Ford pickup truck. The man and woman on the bike were rushed to UNMH, where that woman died. Once again, eastbound Paseo del Norte from nmroads.com is closed this morning. All right, at 5:01 tomorrow it begins the 42nd annual Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. Already people are converging on the Duke City and everywhere around here, eager for the mass ascension and a whole lot more. News 13 Samantha McDonald is live at the park to give us a preview. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Matt. Well, I'm really excited. In just less than 24 hours, 554 balloons will be out here. And a few new things are in place this year to make things a little less chaotic and a little more organized. For one, it will be very easy to check on the status of your balloon ride this year. For the first time, there will be a flagpole in the center of the grounds that will display a flag. A green flag means the balloons are ready to go, yellow is a delay, and red means they're canceled. High winds can lead to a delay for cancellation, so that's why people are checking on the flag. And when you get hungry, you can grab food throughout the festival grounds. There will be about 90 vendors this year, and they will be more spread out this time. Also new this year is a tribute area at the Balloon Museum for fallen balloonists, and organizers say the goal is just to make the experience better than ever.
Hopefully there's going to be less confusion. People will be able to look at the flagpole with one turn of the head wherever they are on Balloon Fiesta Park to see what flag is flying.
So you might have bad cell phone reception out here because of the huge crowds, but that flagpole is designed to make it easier to check on the status of your balloon ride without having to use your phone. Matt, back to you.
Thank you, Samantha. That's not just your balloon ride, that's all the mass ascensions. Now, if you want to check out the list of events or buy tickets, everything you need to know, head to our website, krqe.com. It is up there. We'll be checking back with Sam during our next half hour with traffic and parking information. And of course, you can always count on us here at News 13 to provide you live coverage of this year's fiesta every single day of it. As a matter of fact, Kristen and I are going to be out there tomorrow morning from 7 to 9 o'clock. Dean and Jess will be out there Sunday morning. That's on KRQE News 13. Do not miss it. All right, at 5:03, vandals seem to love Albuquerque's parks, and they've been enjoying them way too much. In the last 6 months, the city's Parks Department got 26 calls into 311 reporting vandalism at parks all around town, but that's just what is being reported. Parks and Rec says the number of cases is actually much higher, and the vandalism varies from graffiti and damaged playground equipment to scratched up benches and tables. And here, look at this. Someone actually drove into the middle of Desert Springs Park near Unser and Gibson and did donuts on the grass there. Not cool, people. While the city does have money built into its budget to deal with all this cleanup and repair, you might be surprised at how much it costs to fix all this stuff.
So the cost can add up really quickly, and just a sprinkler head's $75 to repair. So it becomes a very expensive proposition.
Don't ruin our parks. In a year's time, the department spends about $70,000 fixing or replacing sprinkler heads alone. They're asking neighbors to help them by calling in anything that may look suspicious at parks in their neighborhood. Well, no verdict after the first day of deliberations by the jury in the murder trial of this guy who escaped from a prison in Arizona. John McCluskey is accused of killing this couple, Gary and Linda Haas, while he was on the run in New Mexico in 2010. Jurors started deliberating yesterday morning, and after 7 hours, they went home without a decision. They'll get back to work on Monday. John McCluskey could get the death penalty if he is convicted. Well, Albuquerque police chased a man on fire, and the guy just kept on running. Police chased a burning truck. This one is the driver, Elias Miranda from Colorado, sped through downtown yesterday. He drove for blocks as flames engulfed his truck before it crashed right here near 8th and Lead Southwest. Then we're told Miranda jumped out and ran. Officers say they even tased him, and guess what? He kept on running with the cord still stuck in his back. Then he ended up breaking into a home.
Went up to him and told him what he's doing to get out. He didn't say nothing. He's just looking out of the kitchen window. That's when I seen an officer standing outside.
Probably quite a few officers. Police eventually talked Miranda out of the house. They arrested him. Surprise, surprise, they think he was high and ran because there's an arrest warrant out for him from Colorado. It's not clear what he is wanted for or how that truck caught fire. He apparently was on fire himself at one point because his hair was burnt. Well, a mother, this one, is now facing 4 felony counts of child abuse. Police say that's because she was speeding and high on prescription drugs, all when she hit a street lamp, causing her car to roll over yesterday morning in northwest Albuquerque. Juana Vargas was driving her 4 kids, the oldest 11, the youngest just 1 month. Police say only 2 of the kids had their seatbelts on. Vargas, who has 2 prior DWIs, had outstanding warrants for failing to appear on charges when she was driving with a suspended license and unrestrained children. Vargas now at the MDC on a $20,000 bond. Luckily, no one was seriously hurt in the wreck. Well, 5:06 now. Day 4 of a government shutdown begins, well, much like day 3, with lawmakers no closer to a compromise. Yesterday, Republicans in the House, who also happen to be medical professionals dressed in these white lab coats, and urged the Democrat-led Senate to pass a piecemeal deal that would fund individual parts of the government, including the National Institute of Health. President Obama, meanwhile, lashed out at Republicans during a speech to construction workers here.
There's one way out of this reckless and damaging Republican shutdown. Congress has to pass a budget that funds our government with no partisan strings attached.
For 5 years, President Obama has carried an I won, it's my way, or the highway attitude. And he's not reached across the aisle to Republicans, who were also elected to solve the major problems facing this country.
It's not completely true, Mr. Eric Cantor, House Majority Leader. The Tea Party has also struggled to compromise. All right, to make matters worse, we're just 2 weeks out from possible default if Congress doesn't raise the debt ceiling. Last time the U.S. did that, Moody's downgraded our bond and stocks tanked.